and I gotta unmute myself. All right, here we go. Two people just chatted me. I'm sure that's what they were saying. All right, boys, let's do it. My name is Rex Byers. I am your host, REX_BEYERS. We are here in the SweatBox. I have no investment pregame. The national championship from Miami Gardens, Florida at Hard Rock Stadium, the home of where the Miami Hurricanes play their regular season games, is hosting the Hurricanes here in the playoffs. The Indiana Hoosiers, 15-0, top-ranked team in the country, laying 7.5 points at post. There's an 8 out there as well. And 46.5, there is a 47 at circa, is the total of this game. I made the game 7.5 and 47.5. I literally have no opinion pregame. I have a gluttony of people in my family that went to IU Bloomington and that graduated from that institution. So, yeah, let's see how it plays itself out. Certainly, my father has been a big IU football fan for a long time. Friendly with longtime sports SID Kit Klingelhofer, a bunch of other people in the IU family. Big night for everybody involved there, and I wish them nothing but the best. However, we start the SweatBox real simple. You just have to sit here and put the game on neutral with your eyes. I have no preconceived notions of anything financially. I'm going to watch what happens up front. I'm going to watch what happens on the ball. I'm going to watch what happens with the coaches, which is why I do like IU to win. And, we'll see how it plays itself out. I am on a delay tonight. The commercial just came out of ESPN for those of you who are curious. I'm on the ESPN backup feed on the Magic Box. I talked to a friend of mine. He thinks we're about 30 seconds behind being in person. One of my buddies is at the stadium, and he texted with him. I haven't talked to the guy. He hadn't gotten back to me. But basically, we're between 30 and 35 seconds behind anything happening. So I'm not going to be the best. And certainly when I see stuff happening on the screen with the odds movement, that's going to alert me to knowing that something's actually happening on the field. The kickoff was supposed to be at 7:48. That's not going to happen. The Ibis is still in the tunnel, and the Hoosiers haven't come out either. I'm not sure whether who's going to blink first or whether there's somebody supposed to come out first. But this game's not going to start for at least another 5 or 6 minutes. So they're a little behind schedule here. I've been on the college football playoff media release forum since the first year I was in Costa Rica. I actually slid myself into the list to subscribe to it and get all the transcripts and everything. So I get everything related to the playoffs. Both doors are opening out of the locker rooms now, it looks like. Again, this is a Miami road game. I think they're wearing white. So I think Indiana is actually in Miami's locker room. Don't quote me on that. Let's go into the chat. YouTube first. Colgate League. Let's go Hoosiers. We're in here. Who? Can't hear you, Rex. Yeah, that was a mute. I fixed it. Hoosiers win big, and I mean big. My son goes to IU every league. Every school has attendance. It's grade school has won a championship. I'm putting my son in the portal if IU wins. Excellent. Excellent work, Colgate League. Put him in the portal and make sure you advertise that to get maximum dollar value out of that. Simple. Simple. You can't earn if you don't ask. Okay, so I owe it to my fucking dad and my family. Sorry for the early F-bomb here. To at least fire up the fight song once before the kickoff. And again, it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to make a play on Miami or Florida, or if I see Miami doing something well, I can't comment on that. But going into the game, I'm clearly an IU homer, despite having zero grocery dollars on them. The only thing I'm mad about, actually, to be honest, is the fact that I didn't have an IU investment on them to win the championship in the preseason. I was looking at my numbers and I couldn't get there. Like, I was talking to a couple friends. I'm like, what point could you ever have had Indiana to this number? And the answer is never. Like, Indiana's playing to a power rating right now. It's about as high as they've ever been. No, I'm sorry, as high as anybody's ever been. Like, we're talking 2019 LSU, and then people are going to sit here and scoff at that. And I'm like, well, don't. Why don't you look at the games, look at the facts? IU's been in some battles for sure against some teams on the Big Ten road, which was certainly a better league this year than the ACC. and they came out of it unscathed. And then they had several monster wins, and of course the two wins that they had in the playoffs over Alabama and Oregon were as good as anything you've seen all year. Now the counter argument here, and the reason why Miami may have a strong case for getting the money or having a chance to win. I know Chris the Bear Felica is adamant. Talked to my friend John Murray and said Miami will win this game outright. And he's adamant. Again, he's an alumni, so I don't know. But he was really adamant about Miami winning it. If you want to give them Ohio State's performance, I was with my dad back home in Indiana, and we watched it. And I said, we were rooting for Miami. And then I was like, maybe you should think about not rooting for Miami because they are beating this team to death. Michael Irvin on the honorary captain. I'm sure that a couple of people are annoyed by that. Who's there? Adeguale Ogunleye. That guy was an animal. So here comes the coin toss. You guys are going to be ahead of me here. Lauren Jaffe. Fuck Michael Irvin. Indiana wins the toss, and they do defer, which is what I said was going to happen. I said, the only thing I'm sure about this game, I told my dad before, I said, the only thing I'm sure about is that Miami will get the ball first. If they win the toss, they will take the ball, and if Indiana wins it, they will defer. That's been the MO. And Miami is missing one of their defensive stalwarts for the first half because of a targeting penalty that may or may not have been correct in the last game. So, Miami will get the ball first after the Hoosiers win the toss and defer. I am behind on this game, so you're going to have to forgive me a break. This isn't like the NFL 4 playoff games that I did Saturday, Sunday, which were on NBC, Fox, ABC, and CBS. These games were all available for me on the antenna, and I had a really good feed. This game is not. These aren't available that way, so it looks like my feed on the ESPN backup on the box is way faster than the one that I want to watch. If I were you guys and I had a choice, I would love to watch the Skycast on ESPN News. That's the no announcer feed with all 22. That's the one. If I was given my druthers and they were all the same speed, that's the one I would watch. No offense to announcers. I want the stadium noise and I want the all 22, the Madden feed. Anybody who's grew up playing Madden or video games on football, we're all aware of this stuff. Let's see. I put 2.5 units on over. Is that the Ball State fight song, Brooks 54? No, that was Indiana's fight song. I haven't played the Ball State fight. Listen, when Michael Lewis starts winning some games, I'm going to start playing the fight song for Ball State. But God dang it, Ball State's basketball team's been a mess. Clean that mess up. He's a Jasper graduate. Do better. I think he's a year young. I think he's actually my age, but he graduated a year younger. His parents held him back. McGrath talking to Mario Cristobal. I have the Twitter up for my feed to help me out here. Yeah, this is the guy I'm talking about. Lucas won't play in the first half because of the suspension, and that's part of the reason why I was fairly confident that Miami would. I mean, he's that good. Would definitely want to take the ball, and Indiana's never going to take the ball. That's the way they're coached, and I'm the same way. I'm a defer guy, especially if you have better talent. So here we go. Ball is on the tee in Miami Gardens, and the Indiana Hoosiers are playing for their first national championship as a 2-possession favorite against Miami. Welcome into the SweatBox. I am your host, Rex Byers. Let's do it! IU. Crimson tops, cream pants. Is that what they call those colors? The Canes are wearing green on bottom and white on top. The kick is out to the 2. It's out past the 25 to the 27. That's where Miami will start. No play-by-play so much for me tonight, given the fact that I'm in a spot where there's a delay. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about stuff that's already happening or you guys already see it. So I'm going to do what I can to talk about other stuff that I'm seeing on the Twitter. Matt Zemek, who I respect a lot in the college space, Zemek, thinks that Miami keeps it within 10. Thinks that the Mendoza taking care of the ball is important. He's overcome some turnovers this year. Dave Mason, my buddy at Bet Online out in Costa Rica, thinks that the big fellas are out in 4-4s. Indiana -6.5, -66. What the hell? Jesus, what I mean, and 10.5 minus 150. I would book those bets until I'm blue in the face. If this game falls 7, 8, 9, 10, you just pay and move on. Gosh, how could you possibly not let that guy blow his brains out every day? He has an Indiana bet minus 6.5 again for about another $1.50. 95,000 on Indiana minus 310, 315, 310, 310. Oh wow, he did blow his brains out. Let me see what the rest of this is. And he has Miami plus 7.5, plus 8. A lot of this stuff is out there. That's the opposite of what most people do. In most of the books in Vegas, and certainly in these big games, Super Bowl, national championships in college, you're going to see people bet on the favorite to cover and the dog on the money line. And so, if I talk to my buddy John Murray, if I talk to anybody at Circa, it's not Metcalf anymore, Jeff Davis or Chris Bennett, they'll tell you for the most part, no matter whether it's sharp or not, they're looking to try to make sure the favorite wins and doesn't cover. And you have some ground to work with here. When the favorite's laying more than a touchdown, certainly that's a big deal. Big players in this game. Pons for IU, the corner who had a pick 6 on the first play last week against Oregon. Tony, number 10 for Miami, is a true freshman receiver. Great blocker, great receiver. No drops all year. Over 1,000 yards receiving. Great player. Canes had a first down after the first couple plays. Pons, number 5 for IU, makes the tackle there. A couple yards on the run. The D coordinator, here we go, Bryant Haynes. That's a Ball State graduate. Who brought that up? A. Brooks or Brooks 5'4"? Both of you, one of you. I'm not sure if it's the same guy or not. Welcome in. Either way, yeah, that's Brian Haynes played linebacker at Ball State, 3-year starter, I believe, captain. I think he graduated in 09. Hoosiers have a 5-man front here. Now they drop it into a 4-3. All kinds of quick stuff for Beck to look into. He rolls right. All kinds of time to throw it. IU dropped everybody out. Nothing there. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 8. 13:02 to go in the first. I'm behind. So, again, play-by-play shit will have to stop most likely. I like watching the All-22, especially after the play's over with. And I'm only about 8 seconds behind on the All-22 feed on the ESPN News Skycast, which I highly recommend. If you guys are trying to decide where to watch the game, they don't offer it all the time. I've heard that NBC and Versus or whoever's in charge of Universe, whoever's in charge of the NBC shit, Peacock, they're going to make, for what you pay for the subscription shirts, they're going to make it available for you to get that stuff in the future. Here's a pass to Tony on a quick slant. He catches it, and he's short of the first down. Gain of about 4, and I think that they're going to have to punt it. Yeah, the thing about Indiana that's so good, and that's really has to be underappreciated for most people that haven't watched them most of the year until the playoffs, is that they don't make mistakes. They are extremely well disciplined. They do everything the right way, and they don't make mistakes. Every team in college football has a flaw somewhere. Offense, defense, special teams. Indiana does not. This punt's from the 48 of Miami. It is back to the 5, and it's fair caught there. This will be a 48-yard punt, no return. Indiana will start at their own 5. 12:16 to go in the first. And we'll have a commercial because, of course, the Mouse has to pay their bills. Live line coming here shortly. Punt team. Bring the play-by-play. I'm syncing my TV to you. Crandon Park, Donna, I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm way behind here. So you're going to be syncing a TV to about a 25-second delay is my guess. You can tell me what it is, actually. To be honest, I'm curious what you guys have on your delay compared to others who are watching it either at the game, A, or B, depending on what your cable service is. Some people have Cox, some people have, Comcast, whatever, you name it. It's all different. There's varying speeds of delays here. And all these things. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody as well. That means that all the NBA, for the most part, was earlier today. Boston, Detroit's the one game about to start in about 10 minutes. Miami, Golden State in 2 hours from now. It's the first day of the week, so it's not like you have to chase and get yourself out of your losses if you have a credit figure with your guy. There's a few college games left, but a lot of college games are already final. Hockey-wise, the Knights play Philly in a few minutes. There's about 5 other games after that. A couple of games are already final again. So But again, most of the people try to get out of the way, especially in these in the college basketball, particularly in the main conferences. Nobody wants to try to compete with the national championship game in the college foots. No score here in the first. IU at their own 5. Chris has 9. 7.5 out there elsewhere. 44.5 the total. There is a 44 as well. I'd sure hate to not try to think unders correct, because Indiana can possibly put their foot on the gas really quickly here. I want to see a possession. So let's see what happens as we go here. 12-12 to go in the first. I will, okay, Crandon Park and Colgate League both very good. I will let you know when the snap goes off, because the clock is stopped now, so you guys obviously are aware. Let me confirm the time. I think it's 12:12 is what I saw. 12:15. 12:03. So IU is going to start at their own 5. Did I see something wrong here? At their own 15? Is there already a play? How are they at their 15? Did I miss something? Am I getting fake news from the box score already? All right, anyways, here we go. Mendoza, 8 touchdowns, 5 incompletions so far in the playoffs, cementing the correct call to give him the Heisman Trophy this year. 12-16 is what it says on the Skycast. I'll buy that. Okay, whistle's blowing. There's no snap yet. Here it comes. I'll let you know. Play clock down to 15. Mendoza out of the gun. He has a back offset to his right. 2 receivers out to each way. The tight end, the H-back, is offset to the right as well. The snap, caught. That's Cooper. Out past the 15, right at the first down marker. And that's where IU will continue to proceed. So now you know where I'm at here. The clock will continue to move, and you can catch me from there. If not, I'll let you know when it gets to 11. Hang on. IU's kind of going fast here. 11:50 right now. 19 on the play clock. IU out of the gun. 2 to the left. Back is offset to the right out of the gun. It's draw. That's Hemby. He only gets 2. Hemby was my guess to score the first touchdown in this game at around 7.5 or 8-1 or even 7-1. I think was a good bet, just based on the fact that it could be him or Black, but Black was a little cheaper in the market than Hemby was. I do think Indiana's going to take it down. They're going to try to ram it in their ass once they get somewhere near in the red zone. Stringy 166, yo, what's up? Welcome into the gig. Appreciate you. Miami, here comes a rush from the outside. Dumps it off to the back again on a little flat pass. Canes well defended it, and it's going to be 3rd and about 8. Indiana had unbalanced line to the left that time, but it was basically a one-on-one situation where one was against one, and one for Miami won that battle. No puns or any of that other shit intended. One O-N-E versus O-N-E, and O-N-E for Miami, W-O-N. At the 18, 3rd and 8. They rush 4. They get there with 4. He has to throw out of bounds, punt team. IU gets 1 first down. They have to punt it. I believe Miami did the same thing. 10:31 left in the quarter. This looks like a dead nut under. Dead nut. But I can't do it. I told anybody that watched me on the NFL screen yesterday, I said the same shit. I one of my weaknesses this year when betting live in the NFL was going under live too early in the game, either in the first quarter, second quarter, before halftime, and then watching the game just go screaming over the total. It's one of the worst investments that I made all year. I don't want to do that again here. It's college. It's a different game altogether, and certainly teams can get their sea legs under themselves. If you remember last week, IU didn't do anything on their first drive against Oregon, and then they proceeded to go down there and ass ram them 4 straight times. So Miami has a likely penalty on this punt. 10:22 left, first quarter when they'll take over here. Just a matter of the spot afterwards. Let me pull up the box score for this game. That'd be sacrilegious and malpractice on my part not to. Okay, so all right, here we go. One series each. Give me the U. Nathan Gibson, W2C. Why did I just hit Kempom? I don't want Kempom. I want Stat Broadcast. I'm going to be on VSIN tonight, guys. 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern Time. SiriusXM 159, vsin.com. I put it on my Facebook page as well, in addition to my Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all over the map today. Talking to Dustin Sweetelson on his show in the last hour, basically about the game tonight, the 2 games next week in the NFL, a couple of soccer games tomorrow in the Champions League, and Wednesday. And I'm still actually doing the work. You'll laugh at this. I was doing college basketball earlier, and then I looked at the clock and I said, "This football game is going to start in about 15 minutes. I might want to go ahead and get ready for it." So I didn't finish my college basketball work yet. That's something where I will take a break around the half or a little after. I'm expecting the halftime show to be about 25 minutes, which is a little abnormally long for college football, but in these games like this, that's what they do. So I'll take a break at the half and finish up my college basketball work for tomorrow. There's a couple or 3 games I've circled. I'm not going to get into it with you guys. If you guys have done the work and have opinions on tomorrow's basketball, I welcome your thoughts. Send them to me. Both the chats are open here. The Streamlabs desktop, which is my Twitch feed, and obviously I have the YouTube fired up as well. Please hit the like and subscribe button and tell your friends. The only way I'm going to get people to watch this thing and make it work out in the long run is if we have other people see it and think that it's actionable information, something you can either earn off of or will enjoy, one or the other. Certainly, you haven't been earning off my shit the last couple days. The work I did last night in the Rams-Bears game was complete malpractice on my part. Just a total loss of what I thought the score was and what the situations were. To think that I was safe with Rams -3.5 and Rams -4 and then Bears money line. I don't even know where I could come up with that. It was just so bad. And I looked and I was just like, what did I just do here? Like, what did we, and the guy that was putting it in, he even texted me back. I was like, are you sure? Yeah. And then I got back. I was like, no, it's too late. It's already in. We have 600 on the Bears. But I mean, it was like the Rams still probably should have got the money, but it's like, whatever. Anyways, live price, 10-12 to here to go in the first. Miami's going to take over, and they're going to start. I have the box score pulled up, so I'm going to be ahead of you guys now here. At the 23, yeah, I'm going to have the box up. This is way better. I can watch what happens on the TV after I see what happens in the box, which kind of sucks for you guys because you might even be behind. The box is like a live, like it's there. There's a 4-yard gain for Miami, for example, on first down. Clock moving inside of 10 minutes. The live price before the timeout was over with. Miami was laying 7.5, 8, give or take. Total around 43.5, down to 42. I can't get involved with it just for the simple fact that I need to see a little bit more. And again, I don't want to get snookered into another under in a game where it starts slow and then all of a sudden it speeds up. There's that 4-yard gain or 5-yard gain on the draw on first down by Fletcher. Then he bangs it for 1 more yard. It'd be 3rd and 5. But again, I'm now a full play ahead on the box that I am compared to the TV. It's about 50 seconds probably. Again, you guys can work from there. It's probably better off for me to just go back and keep the box here for handiness reasons, for the ability to check and see what's going on. But I can't watch the game. I need to watch the game as a fan and realize that there's a live play to be made. We go back to the box and sprint to it live and get to it there from there. I can see the lines on the screen. It's obviously a lot faster than the TV. So anyways, let's see. M. Lewis 8111. Good luck tonight. Thank you, sir. Nothing so far. Much talent field. Turkey Bowl 97. I want to say Crandon Park Don. Turkey Bowl 96 had more talent. I'm not sure. Bubby's mom used to say run, run, pass, punt. I know that I heard some rumors earlier this year that Jayhawk decided to do a lot of run, run, run punt. Or run, 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 run again. Here we go. I got the box score pulled away, so I'm back to the TV only here. See what happens. Inside of 9 minutes when they snap it. All day to throw it. Only a 3-man rush. Incomplete. Knocked away by 7. Nice play. IU has a barrage of guys who are like 23 or 24. I wouldn't be surprised if like 70 dudes are drinking beer on the field after this game's over with, legally. Like, that's how old IU is. I don't like the fact that Miami didn't, given the fact that IU only rushed 3, that Miami didn't have any vertical threat at all there. Everything was underneath. But I believe that's probably a lot to do with coaching. IU's got them pretty well scouted. This punts down to the 29. That's where IU's going to start it again on their second drive at the 8:48 mark. Live price, I don't see one. There's no commercial here. And I'm not, it's not like I'm, the combination of no commercial and a delay means that I don't get to give you the live price if I'm actually watching the game, which is a little unfortunate. Just is what it is. Stringy 166 is when I get the moment. Wait, the game hasn't started yet. I'm dumb. Yeah, it hasn't started. It started. ESPN News, ESPNU, Stringy. My recommendation is ESPN News. You've got the All-22 cam if you ever played Madden before, and you got no dumbass announcers to screw it up for you. Just the ambiance of the stadium. It's a great way to watch a game. The only problem for me is there's about a 7 or 8 second delay from what I already have on a delay because I'm watching the game on a stream. Mendoza rolls right, keeps rolling right, fires eventually, incomplete. 80. Becker, the intended receiver. There is a flag. I thought I saw that, but he was. They're actually talking about this. They may not call it. Yeah, 67. This is the first time in these playoffs that I've seen Indiana line up against a team and not physically dominate them on both sides, which would be a concern for sure. To have to cover a big number is certainly a concern. I'm going to look for a Miami. Well, Chris just went to 10, so Indiana's going to do something here. Here's a draw. No, it's a fake. It's a slant. It's caught. 30. Missed tackle. 35. 40. First down IU on 1st and 20. Gain of about 25 to Cooper. Out to the 45. Doesn't take away from what I said. They're not physically dominating up front like they have in the first couple of playoff games. That being said, the combination of physical domination and great schematics is what's made Indiana so great all year. Trips left now after some motion. They're out of the pistol here. Clock down to 8 minutes. Here's a run to the right. Black got it. Broke one tackle out. Give him about 5 to near midfield. Stringy, we're underway, pal. I told you. ESPN News would be my recommendation for you. I'm about 9 seconds behind on that feed, though. It sucks. Really want to watch that instead of listening to this dumbass Herb Street and Fowler. At midfield, 7.5 to go, and there's a false start on the Indiana right guard. 74. $8:13 Eastern Time. 5:13 Pacific. Thanks for checking me out. My name is Rex Byers. I am your host here in the SweatBox. On the SweatBox. Sweating this thing out with absolutely zero investment at this point. As a family of a bunch of IU grads, so far it's Indiana for me. But as you guys know in this space, it can all change with one investment, with one thing that I see that makes Miami look better. Like Nate said earlier, he thought Miami was correct. We'll see. That's Surratt. Bangs his way out there for about 9. He's right at the sticks. He's a really big physical guy one of the James Madison transfers that Cignetti brought with him over in the portal. I think he's short of the first down by a little bit. Mendoza did get whacked. They gave him the spot for the first down. I thought he was short. Shotgun. Offset back to the left. Hamby gets it on a draw. Gets about 4. IU doing a little better up front in the run blocking. I feel like they're still struggling somewhat. They have to pass. That's something to keep an eye on. If for whatever reason Miami starts to play from ahead and Indiana has to throw it and not play in comfortable down and distances, this could be an issue. But if Indiana gets to play 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2, 1st and 2, they stay ahead of the chains. They can keep the offense being a little bit unpredictable and either run a lot of draws, screens, slants, stuff like that. Then it becomes a lot harder for Miami to defend them, especially when they're rushing 4. There it is again. Go down, for fuck's sakes. Sorry for the language. You guys will get used to it. There's no rules here. Yeah, that was good work. He went through his progressions. That was his 3rd read. Nope. Yep. 37 was his end result. First down IU into Miami territory. The clock will go inside of 5 minutes on the next snap. IU with the 4th first down now. Play fake. Little out pass to Surratt again. Give him about 6. 5:20 to go. Clock stops momentarily. It'll reset. You guys are certainly ahead of me here on this, so I apologize giving you the play-by-play, given the fact that it's not like I'm watching on the antenna and I'm ahead of you like all the NFL was all week. I'll have to do a better job. I'm just trying to work my way through this mess. At the 28. Gun. Empty backfield. Trips right. 2 to the left. Here comes a blitz. He threw it. Got rid of it when he threw it, but he did get whacked really good there. That number 1 for Miami, he's trying to wreck the entire game. The left tackle had to pick his poison there. 12 was the inside guy and 1 was the outside guy. Have to just trust that the quarterback's going to get rid of it before that. 3rd and 5. Pinnacle just went to 10 minus a bunch, and the Chris line's offline. Probably going to be a big play here for IU, if I had to guess. Trips right. Motion left. Draw. Inside the 20 to the 19, first down Indiana. 4:45 to go. Impressive effort there, and certainly respect the fact that they can go. All right, we're going to go ahead and put Black in the backfield and run it on 3rd and 5, knowing full well if he gets at least 3, maybe 4, they're going to go for it. One of the things that I was bothered with play calling with the Bears yesterday is they kept doing that shit on 3rd down as well. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. They knew they were going to go for it on 4th, and they kept running the ball, and the Rams saw it. Give Black 2 on this one. I got to get the box score out of here because it's ahead of me by a play. Mendoza may not make it. Nathan Gibson, W2C. You might be right. They're beating the shit out of him, that's for sure. This is by far the most he's been hit all year, and this is in the first quarter of this game. I'm actually surprised they didn't call that. Borderline dirty. Play fake. Now it's a draw. 3rd and 6 after the 2-yard gain. Clock will move down to around 3 minutes before the next snap. A little bit less than that. Live line went off the screen. Don't know what that means yet. We will in a second. Miami brings the house. for Becker, and it's incomplete. There are no flags, and IU's going to have to kick a field goal. All in all, I would say that both teams are satisfied with that. IU took the ball all the way down the field and got points, and Miami was able to keep them out of the end zone. And those who have the under are happier than everybody. Radicic has missed one this year inside of 40 only. Snap down up. He slides it inside the left upright, and the Hoosiers have taken the lead. First to score, 2:42 to go in the first. IU 3, Canes 0. Live line coming 30 seconds from now. Thanks for checking me out. I am Rex Byers, your host here on the SweatBox. In the SweatBox. All right, we got a live play here. I just went ahead and donked it in, giving you guys a heads up here. Under 39.5 minus 15 or better. Under 39.5 minus 15 or better in this game. IU's up 3-0, 2:46 to go in the first quarter. I believe that both teams are playing each other pretty close up front. I don't see that changing a whole lot. I don't think that this is going to be a game where either team, like, it's not going to be IU starts wearing them down and Miami quits. That ain't going to happen. Not down in Miami Gardens. And I just, like I say, up front it seems close enough to where it'll be competitive both ways. The defenses seem to have a pretty good idea of what's going on the other side. The offenses aren't being too aggressive just yet. As long as we can keep turnovers out of this thing, I think under is a really, really solid play. So went ahead and bit 2 units medium under 39.5 minus 115 or better is the recommendation live in the college football national championship game. First investment of the day, under. Back in 30 seconds once again. .236 to go in the first quarter here. Canes have punted on their first 2 drives. They'll have it for their third here. Fascinating to see what Indiana will do to react. Another commercially double banged us? Are you shitting me with this? God, ESPN, you greedy pieces of crap. Hang on. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that's tough. To double bang out of the commercial. I was going to say, this is a one game where I can actually talk to you guys about what's going on live, even with the delay, and still not be at a super disadvantage. Super Bowl and this game both, because of the immense amount of advertisements that just do not stop you. They just flood you from the get go. Anytime there's anything that's in question, uh, it's like, all right, well, we'll go to commercial, and then all the way, and that they err on the side of caution until the fourth quarter, just in case like both teams don't use all three of their timeouts in the first half and the 2 minute warning, and then the second half, if the game gets out of hand, they have no choice but to take as many commercials as whatever. Um, Dennis Dodd is reporting that Mendoza was bleeding from the lip, and Rick Bozich also calling it a cheap shot on the last drive. Number 8 for Miami hit a pretty good smack in. That's what I was mentioning a second ago as they come out of the kickoff. I'm curious to see how IU is going to respond because no one's really tried to hit them in the face all year. Two things are going to happen. They'll hit Miami, and Miami's going to hit the floor, or they're going to hit back at each other, and it's going to be a hell of a football game. But I give Miami credit for having the ability to say, we're going to sack up here. We're gonna sack up and try to beat this team, punish them, and physically overpower them, because no one's even come close to doing that against Indiana all year. So that'll be a fascinating dichotomy to watch as the next drive starts for Miami. Don't be surprised if IU comes out and looks for a couple of licks here as well. They may get a penalty with some of the shit that Miami pulled in the last drive. IU might go a little bit more aggressive and force the refs to show their hand and call a foul. We'll see if the refs don't call it. Certainly, it'll be a back and forth slugfest, and it'll get dirty really fast. Someone's going to have to enforce something soon. You can't just let people going around banging into Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks, for the fun of it. And the other guy won a national championship at Georgia, right? So I mean, like, it's not you can just get away with doing all this shit. Live price, Indiana laying 8.5 minus money. There's 10 dog money as well. Total 39.5 flat. Again, we have an underplay at 39.5 flat. Myself, good up to minus 115. If you can get to it, go ahead now even. And if not, I'll let you know. I'm obviously on the delay here. We'll talk at the end of the first quarter and see how things stand. Or hopefully if there's a nice 70-yard punt, that'd be great. IU takes over around the end of the first quarter, and we can work with a 37, and then you can figure it out from there. At the 26, Beck drops back, fires, deflected again, and incomplete. It's so hard for me to actually sit here and talk to you guys about the game on this delay. It's not fair to you guys or to me. I'm doing the best that I can. Reddit's already calling it a 3 and out. So that's how far behind I am. Incomplete pass, 7-yard sack, and that'll be a punt for the Canes. And I would be really concerned if I'm Miami now. You may have stuck the hornet's nest. If you're going to sit there and beat up on a cheap shot guys, you better make sure that you make them pay for it, and they didn't here. IU brought 5 there, 4, and they still got his ass. Wow. Number 4 Fisher's stud. Oh, I think I have to lay this. I think it's going to be a lot to 0 or a lot to a little. They're clearly not going to let number 10 do anything. Everything he's going to have to do is going to be underneath. IU plays so much combo stuff too. They're probably able to play a man underneath against number 10 and a zone behind him. And Beck's having trouble figuring that out. And plus they disguise their coverage really well too. This is a good punt. All the way down to the IU 27. And that's where the Hoosiers will start at 1:38 to go. Please be a commercial. I want to get some of this live, anything inside of 10. Come on. Let me get it. 20 on the scripted drive. for Miami. They lost 2 since then. They ain't scoring against this fucking team. Complete mismatch. In Miami, it's X-0 is the final score of this game. If IU wants to continue to play it that way. Mega Mike Key, we watching same game? Yeah, I think we are. Unless Indiana beats them 44-0. Then I guess we're not. No commercial, tough beat. I am behind you, of course, so something might happen here. Fire on the under again. Crandon Park, Don, I like your style. Keep going. Why not? Looks like they lost about 7 on first down there, which works out okay for under. 12 on defense. They do. So Hemby loses 6, then he gains 1 after the 54-yard punt, which no return. So everything perfect on this whole set of circumstances here. I think under's still good. It's 37.5 out there. I think it's still good, bettable. Let's see. End of the quarter. Okay. How can it be into the quarter? There's 50 seconds left. They run a play, I don't know where it was. Oh, they got a gain. Okay, Mendoza complete to Hemby for 5 yards at the 18, out to the 27. All right, so it's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to punt it. First quarter falls Indiana 3, which I know that a lot of people that were friends of mine that were kind of somewhat sharp, like Miami in the first quarter, if they could catch 3, knowing full well that Miami was going to get the ball first. And, Indiana was a huge favorite to always defer, and Miami is missing one of their best defensive backs for the whole first half. So, and a lot of times were received to begin with. So, yeah, everything's a struggle here. I hit the wrong remote. Nothing happening here. Indiana's going to have to punt it at the end of the first quarter. It's IU 3, Miami nothing. Hang tight for a live price. 30 seconds. I'll bring it back to you, and we'll figure something out if we do anything here. Okay. Live price. Miami, Indiana, as high as 9.5, as low as 7.5. So clearly there's some dissension in the ranks, and I'm not surprised. One of my friends in Costa Rica, Mega Mike Kai, is thinking that I'm not seeing the same game as he is, which I have no idea what he's watching because Miami has 0 chance to score. So under 39.5 is a good spot here early. I actually would go under 37 if you can get to it. I don't need it right now, and I'm in a good spot here given we put 2 units in there to begin with at 39.5 flat. But I would say 37 under if you can get to it is a good bet still. I believe Indiana, gun to my head, pick one score right now is like, I'll call it 24-0, maybe 26-0, something like that. As long as Miami continues to be shut out, they won't score. Indiana's got a lot of pride. They want to be talked about as one of the best teams of all time. They'll be the first 16-0 team since 1896. And Yale played a bunch of AAU and YMCA teams, so that doesn't really count. I can't make a case for anything more than Miami not doing shit. Indiana's defensive coordinator is a guy that went to Ball State. Haynes is really, really smart, good cerebral linebacker. Both the coordinators for Signetti's been on his staff since he was at IU Pennsylvania back in 2011. They're all in sync. Everybody's on the same page. The IU athletic director, Dolson, and the people that are in charge of getting the money to the right places have been doing that. Indiana's figured out the NIL and figured out the transfer portal and figured out everything else that involves college football faster and better than everybody else. And that's the reason why they're going to win this game tonight. And they're probably going to cover the point spread. 7.5, 8.5 is the line on the side here going into the second quarter. We'll only have Indiana, but again, they don't have to score a lot of points. I don't think that Miami's going to score much, but Indiana don't have to score much either. Miami's clearly defense has shown up and is ready to play. Oh my God, Tony, what an animal! That guy's so good. He literally the guy for the guy for Ohio State, number 4, I think, and number 10 for Miami of Florida can play in the NFL and help playoff teams right now. Right now. They don't need to be in college any longer. Oh, he went down. Left ass cheek. Let's see. I love the questionable hits, but I'm a dick. That is funny, Nathan. You are a dick. The questionable hits are also allowed, and I do know that you have had questionable hits in your life. It is what it is. As long as Miami can't score, they'll be shut. Did I say that, Justin Leeser 1103? That's pretty fucking terrible on my part. If so, I apologize. Lowered my IQ about 12 points after that, if that's the case. Lots of rambling thoughts from a guy with ADD. I apologize. I do the best that I can here. One-man band. Just trying to entertain everybody. Hopefully make us some cash. The line went off the screen here. I'm not sure what's going on. The yardage is 82-18 in favor of Indiana as the Canes start at the 31 here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Now the line popped up 7.5 dog money. Miami's going to get a first down. What I'm guessing. It really sucks to watch the odds screen and then watch the box score and then watch the TV on a delay. It's horrible. You know something's going to happen. Trips right, empty backfield, looks left, takes his time, fires, caught. 3rd and 3, which I'm sure they're going to get a first down because the line went down, which is actually okay with me. I want to try to lay inside of 7, so I'm hoping that Miami gets a couple of first downs here. But they sure ain't going to score against this team. Any of this should have worked for a couple of first downs here and there, but they ain't taking the ball down the field and getting points doing this. The kicker makes a 55-yarder, you tip your hat and say, okay, you got us for 3. No, he didn't get it. So it's 4th and 1. But they must have gotten it because the line's off the board. Hang on. I'm pulling up the box. Fuck this. They punted it? Oh. What the fuck? They're not. The box score's behind. Wow. I've never seen that before. The box score on stat broadcast is behind the delayed feed. They actually do punt it. IU catches it at the 15. That's where they'll start. 12:57 to go before the half. 7.5. That can't be the fucking line. He can't score. It's a lay. It's go lay it. Anything up to 8 is good. Be right back. -8, medium, 2 units, Indiana. Fire, fire, fire. It's exactly correct, Crandon Park Don. 8 flat is the play. 9.5, 15 is a cheat. That sounds to me like a Buckeye book. Justin Leeser, if I had to guess. I don't have the Buckeye price on my screen. Let me look at the last number they had. Those cheap pieces of shit. Occasionally they'll fire up something that's way off from the world. And they always have a 30-cent price. No, they had 7.5 flat there. Yeah, I sent out 7.5 flat, and I would say it's good up to 8 flat or better. 2.2 to win 2. IU up 14, 15 to go in the second quarter as the next drive will begin. Sorry, 13, 15, whatever the fuck it is. All right, and we go from there. I'm going to have to fire up the fight song again here as this next drive starts, right? I fully expect IU to be a little bit red ass after they've been fucking cheap shotting the quarterback. Let's see what happens here. If they punk it, I expect them to punk them down the field and ram it right up their ass. And once they do, this game's going to turn into a bloodbath. This is complete one-way traffic. I respect what Miami's trying to do to keep themselves respectable and in the game. It ain't going to work out. It ain't going to end up well in the end. All they're doing is poking a sleeping bear. Quick little 14-yard gain to Surratt on the left side, outside, man coverage. Play fake, RPO action. This is such a tough situation with trying to watch the feeds, the chats, the game, the box, and the Twitter. At the 27, 2nd and 10 for Indiana. I'm behind you guys. I know that. See what happens. Oh, went for the pick and missed it. Ended up getting about 8, maybe 9 after the miss. Number 1 went for the whole shebang there, I think. I missed the replay. Who is it? Yeah, his bloody lip because they fucking cheap shotted his ass. Number 0 was the guy for Miami. Certainly their defense is going to get better after halftime when they get that kid back from the suspension. IU just bullies their way for a first down on a power play off the 6 hole. Love it. Running right up their fucking ass. Fuck them. Bang it right up their fucking dick hole. Kirk's right about that. The Miami guy went for the gamble. All he had to do was deflect the pass and knock it down, and it would have been 3rd and forever. Kane still with only 1 first down. IU's running back motions into the pistol here. They give it to him, and he gets whacked at the line. Hemby, the carrier there, give him 2. It's so hard for me not to watch the box and not watch Twitter and not fucking do anything besides watch the game. Because I feel like I'm doing you guys a disservice with this stupid delay. But I also feel like you guys like the fact that you know what's going to happen, and you see me react to it in real time on my delay. And you guys know I'll lose my fucking mind if something happens, which kind of makes it fun too. All right, trips right. Here comes some motion. A little bit of a draw. Hemby again. Give him like 2. Be 3rd and long. Works out great for under. Clock moves inside of 10 minutes before the next snap. Hoosiers content to play this kind of game as they should be because Miami has no chance to score. And they'll eventually fuck it up with a turnover here at some point. Here comes a delayed blitz. It's too late, and it's knocked down either way. Great play by 29 in the corner. Oh, my God, that flag. Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I need to see the replay. I do not agree with that flag. This is someone holding an under and an IU ticket. I don't agree with it. No, let him fucking play. That's terrible. Get out of here. This is the reason why every game goes screaming over the fucking total, because the refs have to get involved and call this bullshit all the time. The defensive back has a right to fucking make a play. Get out of here. .10:07 to go. Hoosiers first down after midfield. Here we go. Get his ass. Now I'm rooting for that. I want a punt here. You don't deserve any fucking points after that bullshit penalty. Get him back there. Milk the fucking clock, too, while we're at it. Milk. Something's going to happen. I use up to a 10-point favorite. Maybe not. Crandon Park, Don up the D hole. It was a great hit, Rexy. Nathan, I'm with you, pal. That was a great hit. That was a good play. Everything was good. Horseshit call. Get these refs out of the game. They're fucking everything up. Back at midfield, 2nd and 14. Here's a draw. Great. Take 40 more seconds off the clock and gain 1 yard. Who can argue with that if you have an under? You got involved with me on the live. This Miami front four is absolutely. This is not something Indiana's seen all year. Nobody else has really either. 9:08 left on the clock, 3rd and 12. There is a stoppage. Injury? Timeout? What do we got? Don't know who called it. Let me look at the box score. Hang tight. It's important because we're going to try to figure out if there's anything to do here live. I may have to go for some more under. IU calls the timeout. So it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 48 of Miami. IU's outgained the Hurricanes 107 to 26. 34. 34 flats the number. If you can get that, go under that. Hang tight. Pinnacle has 35. Chris has 33. 10 and a half, 9 and a half. Hang on. 30 seconds. See if we can figure something out. Going to be a pass. Can't get to it. Need 34 flat. It's not there. 33 and a half under 15 is the best that I see. And we can't get to it. And just given the spot or where they are on the field and everything, let's just go ahead and sit this one out. We can always come back to it and figure it out later. But as of now, if you can't get to 34 on the live, it's a pass. If you get to 34 flat or 34, even on 34 under 15 is still worth a look. But other than that, it's a pass. I'd like to get involved there. When you start getting numbers down this slow, I mean, all kinds of shit can happen in these games. Special teams touchdown, defensive touchdown. You know, IU starts running them out, and then Miami kicks a field goal to end the first half, and then the shutout's gone. And so then they get a garbage score at the end when it's 24 to 10. I mean, you know, fuck, who knows what will happen. So, pass. Anything less than 34, just sit it out. Side, nothing to it. I make it 10. Chris just popped 10 and a half up there, so either it's going to be a really good punt by Indiana or they're going to get a first down. We'll find out in a minute because they're fixing to start playing here in a second. Oh, you got Tom Brady and Mark Davis at the game on the sideline. Mendoza will be like roughly like minus $1 million to be the first draft choice after this game, most likely, unless somebody offers the Raiders some ridiculous deal. 3-man rush. Mendoza fires over everybody's head. They'll have to punt. There's a flag. Oh my God. He got whacked again. This is the kind of shit these NFL people love to see, though. Take some adversity and then take the punishment and get up and dust yourself off and then go make a play. Certainly, you're not going to find a better opponent than anybody than this in college with the front four. Number 4 is a fucking beast. Well, he was off sides, though. Okay, that's what that call was. Oh, shit, the defensive tackle was, too. 3rd and 8. Oh, they're going to get a first down. I can already see by the live price. I got to stop looking at this shit. It's going to ruin my brain. That's awesome. 3rd and 8, they run a fucking draw. Colgate League is exactly right, man. Gotta respect that the Hoosiers stay committed to the run. They have absolutely stayed committed to the run. Just loaded the box there, stacked them up. There were 6 inside the box. Miami only had 4 in there on 3rd and 8. Now they go quick. Give up about 4 to Cooper on the right side. Into the red zone. God, hold them to a fucking field goal, Miami. I want to bet Indiana live again. This is going to be a fucking smash job. Just X to 0. $8:16 to go in the half. 2nd and 7 for IU here. Oh, man. 1st and goal. Oh, wow. He might be in. Son of a bitch, he is in. Becker just fucking punked a guy from Miami and took it right to the fucking nizzle. 7:56 to go in the half. IU 9. Miami 0. Point pending. They'll have to review this. I'm going to check my video review starts. They're going to take it away. Wow. Either way, it's 1st and goal inside the 5. This Becker, this is what I'm talking about with Indiana, how well they're coached. You talk about what they've got and when they don't have 5-star guys. They don't. They don't have a bunch of 5-star guys. But they do have fucking dudes, and they do improve. This guy, 80, didn't even play for IU until a couple of guys got injured. Next thing you know, he's making plays against the best teams on their schedule in the middle of the season. This guy's literally made himself, he went from being a college graduate and going to get a job in finance or business or whatever the fuck he's doing with his life, and now he's going to be playing on Sundays because of what he's done this year. They'll take this away. Knowles man 12. This about to be a blowout. I hope you're right, sir. Don't make it too much of a blowout. I need IU and I need an under. Let's keep it to 24-0 or so. I'll even take a field goal here. I want some more Indiana. Miami ain't scoring. I've seen enough of this game. It's complete one-way traffic. Oh, at the 6, not the 5. Okay, so it's 1st and goal at the 6 now for Indiana. We are nearing 6 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern on the East Coast, or on any part of the Eastern time zone, my bad. My name is Rex Byers. I am your host here on the SweatBox. Thanks for checking me out. REX_BEYERS, YouTube TV, Twitch TV. Tell a friend, subscribe, hit the like button, pound all that shit. You don't have to give me any money. Just tell friends. Get more people to like it, and we'll figure it out from there. Black up the middle, smashes his way for a yard or 2. The clock continues to run. It'll be inside of 7 minutes when IU snaps it again. Knowlesman 12, you're a legend. Never will forget your Lehigh pick in college over Duke and Attorney. Yeah, that was awesome. I made so much fucking money on that game. And that's when I actually had money too. So I made like an obscene amount. Like actually, one of the casinos in Costa Rica threatened to throw me out because they were like, "How did you know that?" And I'm like, I didn't know it. Just a 14 over a 3 when the team should have been an 11 against a 6. Thank you for saying that, though. Very kind. Draw, black. Bangs his way down to the 2. Maybe the 1. The line is off everywhere on the screen. Either there's a timeout, or they scored, or they didn't score. I don't know. I mean, I'm not splitting the atom here. Grown man and a Don coach. Crandon Park Don, you and Colgate League have been on your all shit tonight. Don coach is correct. Grown men is correct as well. That's exactly what they've done. They're just punishing and brutalizing people, and they figured out the way to do it. Miami calls timeout on defense on 3rd and goal. 6:17 to go before the half. 3-0 IU. I'm banking on a touchdown here. I'm going to go ahead and go for some IU live. Let's see if we can get a price. Hang tight, 30 seconds. Be right back. Look for Indiana live. Let's get it inside of a decent number here. Looking for a market price. 9.5 flats the target. Hang tight. -9.5 -20 or better. Oh, fuck me. It's already down. This has to be a short timeout. It's gone. One of the lay 9.5 -20 or -19. It's already gone. They must have scored. Can't get to it. These motherfuckers. I hate this combination of this delay and these short timeouts just cheat us out of chances to earn. Damn it. 9.5 on 3rd goal at the fucking 1. What is such a bad line? Shit! That's actually at 11.5 or 12 is still not a bad bet. And I can't get to it. It's down everywhere, which is unfortunate. Anytime you have a TV timeout and you can't get to a number, that's like the worst thing ever. Because these timeouts don't happen enough. I mean, like, the mouse does this on purpose. They have all these fucking... Jesus Christ, my mic's all fucked. They have all these timeouts during the game. And some of them last forever. And then they have other ones that last 20 seconds. And these ones that last forever, if you get one where they don't put the line up, then it's impossible to fucking bet. I mean, you just can't. The box score hasn't updated it yet. My line service is telling me 9-0 Indiana, so I'm sure they scored. But yeah, if you could have gotten to a 9.5 or a 10 even at 3-0 on 3rd and goal at the 1, I mean, what a fucking great bet that would have been. I mean, if you're watching this game, does anybody in their right mind think that Miami has a chance? I mean, Mega Mike Kai says that I'm not seeing the same thing he is. Well, yeah, I'm not seeing the same thing. He can tell me later if Miami's going to start scoring, but I haven't seen it yet. It's X-0 is the score of this fucking game. 150 yards to 14 for Miami now. 14 play, 85-yard touchdown drive. $10-0. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 6:13. 14 plays, 85 yards, 6:20 off the clock. Radicich's kick is good. IU outgained him 151 to 26 at this point. Nowakowski bangs it in from the 1. That was actually one of the guys I was going to discuss earlier about the first touchdown. This Nowakowski was 25 to 1. Certainly would have liked him to score a touchdown. What was his number? Oh, 530 at Circa, motherfucker. Gosh. IU 9, Miami 0. It's a long night that's about to get a lot shorter for the so-called home team in Miami, which, by the way, it's about 65-35 fans-wise in favor of the visitor team, Indiana. It's 37 is a fucking big. IU has a bunch of men. They have a bunch of grown-ass dudes. And they're extremely well coached. It's so fun to watch a team that's fundamentally this solid, despite not having all the so-called best talent in the country. Usually in college football, talent wins over. This year, at least for once, it's not going to be talent, at least recruiting talent. It's going to be superior everything else. Now the key is to keep this thing the way it is or close to it before we get to half. I don't want any more points. 34 and a half. 13 and a half. I don't see how this gets any better. I think 13's a good lay. Hang tight. Let's go lay 13 here. Get some. Go ahead and get it. Miss it? Fuck. All right. Okay. Pass for now. It's fine. All right. Nothing here. Let's wait a little bit. Crandon Park Don and Colgate League are like two people that I've known forever. I'll have stories about them both later on. I'm not sure which one's which is the funny part. I feel like the Colgate League is the guy that's my age, and the Crandon Park Don might be a few years younger, but could be the other way around. Miami is down 10 zap inside of 6 minutes to go in the second quarter here. Give them 5 on first down there. Well, the live price is around 13 and a half. I was looking to try to lay 13 there in the live market before that possession started. Obviously, I can't try to recommend stuff in the middle of the game. I'm on a delay to begin with, and you guys, you're ahead of me to begin with. It's just impossible. So, looking for commercials, timeouts. We'll have the 2-minute warning. Miami has 2 timeouts, so does IU. We'll have a chance to maybe try to chime in here at the very worst at halftime. If it gets much worse than this, then I'm going to tap out. Who needs to sit here and watch this all night? I got to get downtown to Circa to watch or to do my spot at 10 Pacific. 4 hours from now, 1 Eastern, with Dustin Sweetelson on VSiN Live. That's SiriusXM 159. I'll be wearing the same bullshit Nautica polo with my crap hair. One of my friends made fun of me and said I'm ugly as shit. That was not very nice of him yesterday. And I have a couple of meetings with some people down there too, so it'll be fun. Get down there and check it out. What happened? 3rd and 1, they didn't get it? Powerful offensive line. Do you understand what defensive line you're dealing with? They're only powerful in the ACC. They're not powerful against Indiana. I mean, what the fuck are they thinking they're doing? There's 8 in the box. They're going to have to go for it. I hope they get it, to be honest. It's horrible if they don't for the under. Clock will go inside of 4 minutes before the snap or right at it. Jumbo formation, and I use basically daring them to do something here. They're going to have to call timeout. Nope. Fletcher gets fucking smashed, and he's so big and strong, I think he got himself to the 35 and a first down. No, they didn't. It's first down Miami. All they had to do is get to the line. There's no measurement here. I got it by more than his nose, Chris. Look at that. This fucking dude got smashed, and he's so strong, number 4. If you're in the NFL and you don't know if you want number 4 on your team for Miami as a running back, you may need to reevaluate after that play. He could get you a yard or two. Wow, open, 7, caught, first down to the IU 40. Biggest play of the night for Miami. 9 left, out of bounds into Indiana territory for the first time as well. Knowles' man now, Beck, going to have to start throwing. Defensive TD looming. I hope you're right, but not yet. Let's keep this thing to 0 on this other side of the scoreboard for as long as we can. First trip for Miami past midfield today. What's happening here? Now I'm getting my fucking spidey sense is getting curious here with the box score and the Twitter and all this other shit rather than watching it. Nathan Gibson ding ding's making me fucking curious and nervous here. I know he has a Miami investment or he's close to it. Oh no, ding ding about maybe the one I'm talking about with the boys from Centralia. Hope that's what he's talking about, not the game. 2:15 left, 2nd and 8. Let's see if they go before 2 minutes. They're probably not going to. Hang tight, 30 seconds. Let me talk about this for a couple people. Clock will move at 3rd and 8. 90 seconds to go. You guys are ahead of me, so I'm shitting here. Screen. Great call. Didn't get enough. Now what do they do? Please go for it. Don't get it. They'll stay super motivated to continue to keep the shutout intact and stamp their historical excellence on the rest of the season. going 16-0. They're taking forever to call the play. They may call a timeout. This is absolute mismatch when it comes to the in-game coaching situations. I mean, the Miami coach has his team prepared, and they just aren't good enough. 38 seconds left. They're going to kick a field goal. This guy's a pussy. There's no way they go for it. Horrible for the under, especially given that they might just be a great bet, but they might get backdoored. Be complete one-way traffic in this game. Twitter's already told me my buddy Wes Reynolds is at this game, and let's just say he's in a pretty good mood right now. Let's call it 4th and 2 from the 38. Davis is from the left hash. This is a 50-yarder. Bang. Right off the bar. Wide right.